Hi everyone, it's Eleanor Kay from the Healing Light at www.healinglite.com.au. Today I wanted to share with you a really exciting thing what I'm doing at the moment. So from Authentic You as a programs, there'll be a video bundles. I'll be creating the ones with Irresistible You, the bundles, because creating to help you the videos to get in the deeper levels of the inner child, the wounding. And the most common behavior in the inner child when we have got codependent issues, and what are they representing, because they're very common, and if you don't have it, then maybe you know someone else who has it, so you can share them these videos, you can share them on our page and see if they're interested to be helped to actually not work from a shadow. And the thing what I wanted to tell you is this, is let's go think about this. In front of us is the healthy behavior. At the back of us, it's the shadow. I don't like to call it scarring on the wounding, so I call it a shadow. Hopefully that helps. And so when a shadow goes in front of us, we are running our life from a shadow. Is that a healthy way of running your life? I want to, with Authentic You programs, I dig deeper. We get the shovel, we get the dynamite, and we go into it, who you really are, with the birthright, what you were given with when you were born. Before the influences of our parents, the society happened to us and made us the way how we are. And then we are operating from that wounded child, which is then usually needy, a needy child from different scarring. So I will say to you this about the codependency. We have got a shadow masculine, and there is a shadow feminine in a codependent behavior. How does that look like? And I'll just mention a few so to help you with it. We are in controlling, we're in pursuing, we're in obsessive, we can be cold, we're not allowing anyone to get in. We are not receiving, we're chasing, we're forcing, we're pushing. We're pressuring a man if it's coming from the relationship point of view or from work point of view. We're managing. That means you have a diary and you are going like this, organizing your diary and organizing everything in it. But you're not doing that from a heart point of view. You're actually doing that from a logical point of view, not from the heart. My whole work is about getting into your heart. We're in denial. We are intrusive. We are non-respecting of other people's boundaries. Or we're stone cold. We're rejecting. We're frigid. And this can go for both men and females about a sexuality. We are quick to judge. We are suspicious. And I'm not denying that we can have got intuitively reasons why to be suspicious. This is all about just the behavior which codependent behaviors show up in people's personality, in emotional world. In the shadow of feminine energy, we're in waiting energy. So we are waiting for his phone calls. We're waiting for this. We're waiting for that. We're constantly waiting. We just hang around that phone and we're just waiting and quickly text messaging him back. That's a big no. Or, as I usually love to call it, we're in a wedding dress already. Or month into dating, and that's not even called dating, it's just month into it. We're already scribbling his surname on a piece of paper. While we're talking to him on the phone or while we're talking to our friends, we're putting love hearts there. So we're in a waiting energy. I will ask you something. Is that healthy? You don't even know the person. You don't know the guy or you don't know the woman. What kind of boxes are they ticking on already for you? They need to tick the boxes for you. They need to show you who they are. If that's matching your, frequency, your criteria, your things what you're looking for. Are you just settling? Because you don't want to be left behind all of your friends. Codependent. In codependent energy is the person, I will give you an example of one particular case study. Everyone will ask her, she's in her late 20s, early 30s. And they're usually being asked, this is usually the most common case. What's wrong with you? You're so beautiful. Why you don't have got the guy? It's different if she's not looking for one. But if she's looking for one, why she doesn't have one? She's in a waiting energy. Absolutely waiting. And she expects of everyone else to do her work. And she expects of everyone else to do all the other work, even materialistically. Not just spiritually, psychologically, even the materialistically. We're waiting for someone else to do things. So we're codependent. We're relying on someone else. We are disempowering. We are a cookie monster. And that means is, for example, is, what's a cookie monster symptom or syndrome? It's basically you get a cookie jar and you eat all of it, or you eat a whole chocolate block. So we are eating a chocolate block. Instead of that, you take a little bits and pieces and try it out. See if it's nice, if it's yummy. Is that, that chocolate's so nice? Is it just first tastes are nice? Or is it just aftertaste is nice? Or is it a whole chocolate is nice? And why do you have to eat the whole chocolate bar? Why you can't enjoy the moment? And you hear me saying this all the time. Enjoy the moment. Smell the roses. Really? Smell the roses. So do not eat the whole chocolate bar. Eat the little bits and pieces. Try it. Taste it. My dad would always compare me. He would always said that I eat like a queen because I would not ever finish all the food on my plate. And I said, I don't need to. I just need to taste it a little bit of it. I wasn't ever a big eater. And I was like, I just need to taste it a little bit of it. And that's satisfaction to me. So in a codependent behavior, we'll eat all of it. My sister was exactly an example of that. And I'll talk about her. She would eat the whole bag of lollies. Whole bag of lollies. Because there is lollies and she will eat all of it. She would not enjoy it in bits and pieces. They have maybe tomorrow, maybe have it in a couple of days' time. This is when we were talking about the dating. We have to do everything on a first date, or we have to do everything and plan our future in the first couple of weeks when you just met this person. So that's what I'm talking about. He's the center or she's the center of your world. That trophy, you are just like devouring that person. You're just like holding on to it like it's a lifeline. Like you're sucked in like in that socket. Is that healthy? If somebody was doing that to you, how would you feel? Would that feel like empowering, beautiful freedom? I can have a freedom and I am free to breathe and I can just, come home and I feel good. Or is it like suction? Does that feel really nice on you? Sit back and think about that. They're draining. They're nagging. They're victim mode. They're damsel in distress. They're dramatic. They always have some drama going on. There's always some drama happening. They cannot manage their emotions. Emotions are like jumping out of a basket all the time, continuously. So who's in charge? The emotions are in charge. They're not in charge at all. They're in rage. They're guilt tripping. They're reactive. They're performing. Absolutely performing. They're in a performance-based behavior. And we go to the, how example of this is when we're single. We're looking after ourselves. We have perfect diet. We have perfect everything. And as soon as you're a little bit more with someone, then you're in a comfort zone. So performance stops. Where I teach you to be who you are from day one. When you go on that date, that you don't think about it in your head. When is it going to ask me to go out? When is it going to do this? When is it going to do that? When is this going to happen? What are we going to do? We're not obsessive. And codependent behavior in the shadow feminine is obsessive. Whole world evolves around that person. This can happen in males too. So I'm not just talking about females. I'm talking about males. So this was just some of the examples of it. How to work with that. How to think. And I know you're going to sit back and think about it. Okay, oh my God, I've got all of this what Yelena was saying. That's a self-realization. What are you going to do about it now? How are you going to work with that? Of course there is help out there. Of course you can get help. Of course you can learn these things. Some of those things I had it in me too, because the way I was raised with my parents. Did they know any better? No. And that's why my mission is to teaching parents these days to actually be a better parent and not cause some of those issues on their children. And if you have those things inside of you already and you're not a parent, for example, I wanted that you actually just acknowledge them, work with them. Do not be afraid of them. Do not be feeling like, oh my God, I'm not being able to be helped. I've got all of those things. You can change them. Some things, what I was born with it, my goodness. Description of me, and still my best friend would have called me like that. It's a road runner. Run, quick, dust, boom, 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 do things. Why? Because from the traumas, what I experienced, I didn't allow myself to feel things. So when I talk about it, feeling and get into the feeling, I know exactly how that painful that is, how scary that is. And as I spoke with a client this morning, I had her on a call to see if I was the right fit for her and if she's the right fit for me to work with her. I basically know that it can be helped if you want to be helped. You have to be ready for this work and dig. And this shadow, you'll embody it inside of you, which means you're not going to be scared of it. You'll understand it. I have got this, and that in me, whatever emotion it is that it's very powerful at the moment, but we'll know how to put a reins on it and hold it and use it for the good purposes, because some of those things, you can use them for the good purposes and use it in work-wise, in different things, but not use it as a negativity. So you can be helped if you choose to. This work works. I know that this works because I've done it on myself. I've done it on how many hundreds of clients and working with them and seeing the results. Absolutely seeing the results when they come and see me and they're sitting in, let's go say, jealousy. And first time when they come and saw me and they're screaming and crying through the whole sessions in the beginning. And now they're going, I've got actually self-pity for other people when they've got their own issues. I understand. I've got more self-realization, and that inner child inside of them is more understandable of other people's problems and issues. And they can actually give a hand out and they can actually say, I hear you. I'm here for you. Where before the inner child would go like, well, that's not a big problem. My problem is bigger than yours. And will be competition, especially with women. And I really work on this to rise up of women to go above their shame and guilt and not to compete with another woman, because we are two flowers in a field. Two flowers in a field don't compete against each other. They just bloom. They really just bloom. And each one of them is unique, and you are too. You're extraordinary, unique person. Understand what happened to you in the childhood, but guess what? You're in charge of it now. You can change it. And you can change it for the good and shine the torch on it, and do not be scared of it. Do not be scared. I believe in you. Love and light to everyone. And I will see you soon. And share this video and the contents because you never know who can be helped today, because it could be suffering from these particular issues. Thank you.